Yes, I am in a wheelchair, in the rain, in winter. How stupid am I? The film Checkpoint is about a British soldier who is on the run after trying to blow up a railway gun. He comes across a checkpoint guarded by two Germans. It also has a secondary story which includes the two Germans and their friendship or dislike for each other.
Have to survive this war first. Stop worrying, you can't even hear the war from here. At least you got what you want.
I've always been a bit of a World War II fan, doing a lot of reading, and I read a story about the railway guns being used during the Battle of Dunkirk and the fact that they were used to bomb Dover afterwards. I always thought that it was an extremely interesting part of history and thought that I would write a story about it because the Germans would quite often back the train into a tunnel afterwards. So the idea of a group of soldiers having to go over to blow up the train came about, and from there it expanded into the film you're hopefully about to watch.
Robbie wrote the story originally when it was called Crossroads, and we had a bit of a discussion about it, and he changed it to a point where it was like a guardhouse in the middle of nowhere.
Originally it was actually set after D-Day, but so many films have been done that way, we decided I'd actually move it back to Dunkirk, or just after Dunkirk, which was back in 1940.
So he sent through the storyline to myself, and I had a look at it and I said, look, can I make some changes or have some thoughts about the dialogue? So I got free rein to rewrite the dialogue for Weiss and Klein.
We did the auditions for Weiss. We actually found that he read extremely well for Weiss, and I offered the role to Darren to play Weiss.
So I ended up writing my own material, and considering Weiss had the most amount of dialogue, I sort of like made myself the star of the show.
Robbie, make sure he runs on this side, alright?
You're dead, what do you care?
Even in death I care about continuity.
Action! Cut! Perfect!
How did you get dragged into the production?
The director saw me singing Britney Spears on Facebook, and I can do that deadpan because that's true.
James is a new actor to our group, and he's fantastic as Klein. He just has a real innocence about him.
You know, we first started out with the script and I had to sit down with Rob about it. He hadn't said anything to me, and I was kind of trying to find the kind of strength of this character, I suppose. And so I kind of approached it about what is this character about, and what does he believe. And Rob was like, that's a really good idea, because everyone else had kind of come in and played him a bit of a wimp. Like, I mean, they'd played him quite pathetically. So I tried to find what was strong about this character, who sits in a situation that this kind of guy wasn't really suited for.
Robert, put it down! Put your weapon down now! Drop the weapon. Don't make me shoot.
I worked with Peter Sims many years ago, and he contacted me and said, there's a script and a character I think you'd be interested in. Have a read. It's a good crew, good people I've worked with before. I got together with Rob Hamilton and discussed it, liked it, and so here I am.
With Hadrian, I mean, I'd seen Hadrian and things before, and he's just got a great look, a great command to him, and so it really helps to create Finn's character, who is obviously all alone at this stage.
Finn is a British soldier who's just failed the mission, and now he's on the run from the Nazis. So he needs to survive, and he needs to overpower these two Nazis to do that.
Very tight here, I'm assuming. Yeah, very tight.
I like the humanity of it. I like the humanity of his allowing this young Nazi to live, even when it's, possibly a really bad decision for him to make.
This is what we call a German loser. Completely inadequate German officer. He's smiling when he should not be smiling. Why are you smiling?
I love you, Dax.
You are completely useless. Look at him. He doesn't even look good in the uniform. Hey, not like some people, huh? Yeah, cheeky. Look at those. Look at this. Not even German issue.
this stage.
The thing I've liked most about the production so far is seeing the entire thing come together. We've spent so much time worrying about, will the checkpoint work, what should it look like, will the location work, to putting it all together and seeing the actors in their costumes with the guns, with the checkpoint, with the barbed wire, all that. It really seeing it come together and just being able to see the first images that came onto the monitor gave a sense of completion of, yes, you know, all that hard work is actually worth it.
The trees and the surrounding environment's been extremely good. It's the kind of thing that when you're playing the character and I'm looking at all the trees thinking, oh, I'm supposed to have been here for 2 weeks, it's very easy to sort of get taken away by it all and think, yeah, well, I can imagine being here for that amount of time. Du willst nicht lange weg wissen?
I love the first day. The entire first day was beautiful for me. Essentially what we did, we got a scene which was two guys talking, and I think we got that into something that was, you know, really interesting, exciting, and we really kind of found and teased those characters out.
Hello?
Just walking in the rain.
The choice of all German officers, Honey Rose, you can't go past them.
Ow.
Yeah! Wait a little while, see what happens.
It's, you know, it's been a bizarre experience. Like, a bunch of guys that got together and the way they work together is just unbelievable. Yeah, and fun, you know. It's just been fun. We've had a ball.
Und please help me.
I'll take it lower. Yeah, go lower. How low can you go?
Set looks awesome. Crew worked extremely well, extremely hard. We actually finished on time. We got out of here in time to go home and sleep, because God knows we all needed it.
What was that?
That's a wrap.